Do you know who you are? Have you asked yourself this question and either come up short or have been more confused than ever? The more out of touch you are with yourself, the harder it is to answer this question. And I experienced this problem years ago when I could not figure out who I was, or more importantly, what I wanted. In today's short video, we're going to be talking about that question, who am I? That get in the way of letting us truly answer that question. Things that want to come in and justify who we are or prove who we are to people. So it's almost like having the answer in mind first and then letting some other information come in to kind of fill in the blanks. In the book Conscious Living by Gay Hendricks, he talks about that a little bit. In this section here, he says that I've spent over half of my life watching magic unfold as people ask themselves, who am I? As soon as we begin a heartfelt journey of wonder about our feelings, our needs, and our forces that drive us, we are rewarded with unimaginable riches of the spirit. There are a lot of aspects to who you are as a person, but I think focusing on that eternal part of you as who you are is going to help lead you in the right direction. Your persona or who you think you are, that is going to wind you up in some complicated territory. Later on in the book, he actually goes on to talk about the difference between asking that question in pure wonder or in some type of a justification or to prove something to yourself. In other words, what's your motive for asking this? Is it because you want to, figure out what you want to do as a career, or you want to know what kind of person you are, or how you rank against other people? All of those things have to do with your ego or your exterior self and not your eternal internal part of who you truly are. So it's important to ask yourself that question with that eternal part in mind and to also recognize that this is the part of you that doesn't care about careers or what other people think of you or how you rank against other people. Don't be discouraged if you have a hard time answering this question, because there are sages who have spent their entire life trying to answer this question, because the answer is actually quite deep. Asking yourself this question is actually a spiritual practice, a meditation practice. So it's an ongoing process. It's always growing, changing, evolving, and your understanding of who you are is always growing, changing, and evolving. There are so many aspects to who you are as an individual. So I think that's the whole point of asking yourself this question. The very first time that I asked myself this question was the first crack of that external part of myself. It was the very first attempt to define myself that actually allowed me to explore myself and figure out my depths. You are incredibly complex. Asking yourself this question is an ongoing process. Please feel free to share who you are with me, because there's no right or wrong answers. It's not about having the most spiritual answer or the most powerful answer. It's about who you are right now in your stage of understanding who you are and how many different complexities that you actually have been able to become aware of. And if you are struggling with answering this question, know that you are in this process that is a part of the journey. It's not about figuring out who you are and then you know who you are and then that's it. It's about figuring out who you are. That is the spiritual practice. So enjoy it.